city lots?
They cut the vacant lots from the
Okay,
assessment.
and then if we need an you know, like if a lot needs to be cut, if someone's not cutting their grass, do they handle that, or that's another?
If we have to order a cut, this is the same company that
Okay.
we use to order a cut. We order cleanups, and they do the cleanups in the yards.
Okay, so the company we had last year was who, do you remember?
No, I can't remember.
Jay,
the
you
name.
remember?
I don't know if they were, but everything and anything sounds familiar.
Yeah, that's actually
That sounds
exactly what it
familiar.
was.
And they didn't
That's
bid this time?
They didn't perform at all. I
Oh,
mean,
okay.
they were so behind. We were getting complaints of grass cutting, and they said they cut it, and you walked in the yard and it was terrible.
Well, see,
We had to keep sending them back. They would leave piles of grass in the yard. And
The only reason I'm saying that, because when we did have Louis, we got constant bombarded,
With
you know, with
complaints.
people with complaints, and then when we went to the
They were the
other.
ones that took that.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
property and.
Yeah.
No, they took the trampoline.
They took
Trampoline and all that stuff in the yard, yeah, the whole shed.
they could not even come close to keeping up with the
They're no
amount of
longer
work
under
they
a
did.
list. Yeah, that's good.
Councilman Johnson.
But they like to use the
So-
trampoline.
The city ones, the $40, $50, what are those?
I'm gonna give you that information tomorrow. I'm gonna find out. Give you these things.
Because I know we got a lot more than that.
Lawnmower.
DPW, right? DPW cuts.
We cut roadside cutting, some of our big city lots. We do what we can do, and they fill in with what we can do. We have over, I think the last time I counted last year, we had somewhere around 700 lots.
780, I think it is.
Yeah, we were trying to keep up with, and we just can't do it on our own. I mean, 700 lots is.
I think they are all active on the website now too, all the lot listings. So some are infill, some are big lots, some are,
But I'll send an email out tomorrow to explain to you what the four city prices are.
Also, I just had a question. I know that you said one of these contractors
If you look-
didn't have good reviews. I guess even as a backup, why would we approve a contractor that doesn't have
We're not
reviews?
doing the other.
Yeah, you know, I figured
Well, no, we're equipping
if we
all.
had a secondary, it's better than not having any that we can go to. But let me explain the 1, 2, and 3, and 4. 1 is the average lot. It's mowed grass and weeds to city ordinance, disposed waste according to regulations. Cost is based on the lot size, 60 feet by 130 feet long, 7,800 square feet. A large lot is mow grass and weeds to city ordinance, dispose of waste. Cost is based on lots larger than 7,800 square feet. Number 3 is lots 1 acre and over. And 4 is the removal of snow from public sidewalk salting, the above services as needed with the use of snow blowers. Task should be done based on each snow event more than 2 inches within 24 hours. So that's what the 1, 2, 3, and 4.
So I know there's,
I cannot put it in writing and still send it to you.
there's probably like a 3-acre parcel over by me on Hummer, that's city owned. And the city guys would always cut that.
Yeah, we're still out every single day with all our equipment still cutting city lots.
are you talking about the one across from each other?
No, that's private.
No, the city has like
Oh, yeah, they got
15
that.
acres or something
No,
across.
it's the one down the street across from the church. Okay?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, across from, you know,
Yep,
them and that.
yep.
So basically, they're charging us for a regular lot $40. Well,
Which would be a majority.
that's RNA. They're charging 60. But this is also just, they're cleaning it up, they're not leaving any grass out there, they're cutting the weeds around the fence and any trees that are growing up, you know, in the fence.
U.S. Lawns is charging $50 for city number 4, and this one's $335.
I don't think we use city number 4 because it has more to do with snow removal.
Yeah,
I
it
don't
is.
think we
It
do a
is
lot
snow
of,
removal.
I don't think we use a lot of that snow removal.
So, going back to my question, back to using the premium lawns when we don't have a good review on them, I guess how do we approve them as part of this package?
That's up to the council, I can appreciate that, I just wanted to put that in there and
Sure.
I know there'd be a discussion on it.
I think given the history of struggling to keep these guys, it's just having an option, I guess, is the mindset.
Right.
And I'm just looking from a risk management point of view, having someone with bad reviews.
They still work for them, they just got booted down to their secondary instead of their primary. And if we ever had and my reasoning was to put all 3 of them on here was, I wouldn't have to give one company all these lots. If they can't keep up, I can at least split it up,
Yeah.
you know, and just to get the work done. Because last year we struggled to get the work done.
That was gonna be my question on their review, was it more about, not so much the quality of the work, it's just the fact that they couldn't keep up.
Yeah, they said they could keep up and their paperwork wasn't the best, because we required pictures before and after, and we gotta submit all this for assessment.
Okay.
It's a lot of these lots.
So what is our ordinance on height? 6 inches, is it, or 8 inches?
You know, Charlie,
How often are they gonna cut these lots?
as needed is, once it keeps.
As they see it needed.
No, I think we ordered.
No, we
We'll get it on
ordered the cut.
rotation is what they
I'm-
want.
I'm-
And if I'm not
coming
mistaken,
around-
I want to say, and I can double check, it's once they do the initial cut, depending on the weather, it's like every 2 weeks.
Okay, what I'm concerned about, and I'm not so concerned about a lot in the middle of subdivision that gets to 5.5 inches, that we're cutting it down, you know. I'm concerned about the cemeteries where people go into and you walk in and it's this high.
The cemetery's gonna be as needed. The lots are a little bit different.
As
that
they
makes
see
sense.
it's needed, but,
I mean, we can have them come in on a weekly schedule for the cemetery.
I mean, in my opinion, should be on a weekly
Can
schedule.
we just have Randy and crew take care of them all times since they do such a good job?
He's been having contractors cut the
Oh,
cemetery.
okay.
Since
Well,
I've been here, the
the last-
contractors have been cutting.
For the Golden Ridge cleanup, they cleaned it up for me before they went, they did a great job.
Councilman, to the question about when the cuts are ordered per ordinance, I believe it's once it gets to 8 inches, we order the cut, and it's every 2 weeks
Yeah.
until they submit in writing the corrective action. So we will not stop cutting that until they submit. That's when we get some of the people coming in
They
and
get
saying,
put on the list.
Charge
hey,
it off.
yeah,
They have to come in and take their
It's
name
on the
off the
notice
list.
that we give them, when
Absolutely,
they miss it.
yeah.
About our own lots.
well, we schedule that.
And there's not a lot of sympathy, because we're not in the business of loan here. I mean, that's their responsibility to cut it. I guess the
Right.
more they're paying, the more incentive they have to take their name off
Get it,
the
right,
list.
right.
Okay, any other questions for the same? All right, thank you. Next is a motion to approve the animal shelter fees to cover vaccine costs, cover vaccination, I should say, vaccination costs. Adoption fee sterilized $50, adoption fee non-sterilized $85, pound fee $30. Mr. Bach.
Yeah, what this is, since we reopened the shelter from when we did some improvements in there, we are now doing the distemper and the portobello shots as soon as they come in, portobello shots.
Portobello.
That's the only way I can remember. And as soon as they come in, immediately, and then we put them in an isolation for the incubation period up to 3 days, and we move them to general population. We wanted to make sure that we're covering our costs. That's all this is. That's why I brought this immediately, because we started taking dogs in last week, and we wanted to be able to cover our costs for the vaccinations that we're
So
doing.
what are those vaccinations run?
They're, I wish I had to pay, they're running about $25 or something like that.
A piece?
Yeah. And we're looking at, and currently we're buying the vaccinations from South Point, and I think we're looking at getting them cheaper to buy them online directly, so of course the cost will go down a little bit.
So,
And the adoption fees, we discussed that too, and they were quite low, and if they can't afford, they shouldn't have a dog if they can't afford, the prices that we're looking at, it's not very much of an increase, and they're already vaccinated. And they pick up
who will be doing the vaccination?
ACOs only.
Okay.
That's really no procedures, ACOs only.
What's the pound fee, $30, what is that for?
That is because, if a dog comes in, and say your dog ran away, and you got home from work, and you go to the pound, and we already got it, we gotta cover our cost for them shots.
So I'm paying.
So you're paying that fee,
So it's for the owners.
yes.
Is there any, like say I lose my dog and it just had its distempered and, is there any ramifications if that dog gets?
No, there is not. You cannot hurt the dog by giving it another vaccine.
Okay.
Because we don't have any idea which dogs have them.
Yes.
Yeah, the vet said there's nothing there.
Okay.
It's gonna be on.
Okay, Councilman?
And is there
It's
also,
like getting 2 flu shots.
the non-sterilization and the sterilization, so if I come in and adopt a dog that's not sterile and I pay $85, is it still in a contract or something?
Yeah,
Someplace
yeah,
that says if I come, I have
Yes.
to come back?
Then you get your $30 back.
But I
If you
have
don't,
to,
if you
though.
don't come back, we will find you and write you a ticket.
And are you gonna stick with that? or
Oh,
are you gonna
yes,
do
we
that?
actually, the new procedures are monthly.
Wasn't that state law?
Yes, it is state law.
Any other questions on this? All right, thank you.